Welcome to the Leeds Playhouse 50th anniversary exhibition, which we've put together to help mark our 50th year and also to find a way to welcome people back into the building and spend a little bit of time here in very safe conditions, reminding yourself of brilliant things that you might have experienced in the past or learning new things that you didn't know about the theatre. I think the headline for the exhibition, what we're trying to achieve, is to give a sense of the development and the history of it. The thing that connects everything actually is people, really. It's people, whether they're making the work or coming to see the work or coming to get a cup of coffee or be part of a group like Heydays or Youth Theatre or our Buzz group. That's what this theatre is about. It's about people together. There was a little bit of a sense when I started here that the theatre had started in 1990 as Leeds Playhouse, which I was always slightly puzzled by because we're the same entity that was set up in the 60s and actually started in 1970, and even though the name changed and the building changed, we're still Leeds Theatre Trust, and that's really the heart of what the theatre in Leeds is. I didn't know about the original campaign to start the Playhouse in Leeds, and there were 13 individuals from a range of different backgrounds, some from the university but lots of other people as well, who had led this campaign, and there was one person still alive, Doreen Newland. It's sort of fitting that the exhibition starts in the Newland Gallery, which was named after her when this theatre opened in 1990, and she really is a key figure in why the theatre, not just why it's here, but also the nature of it. It's not just about shows, it's about the social mission, and that was written into this theatre's DNA in the 60s. The exhibition, it takes a kind of chronological look, and that felt like important to get a sense of how things started. I was really keen that as part of that we represented some of the shows that have been created here and the audiences have experienced. But the other thing that was really important about the exhibition was to make sure that it included the diverse range of other things that the theatre has done over that time. Some really brilliant pioneering things. The TIE company that toured around schools around the city back in the 70s and 80s. And the Theatre of Sanctuary. We were the first Theatre of Sanctuary in the world, and we're really proud of that. And that came from a show we made back in 2013, Refugee Boy. But that work again has really grown and developed, and many theatres and theatre companies now are theatres of sanctuary.
What's really exciting about this exhibition is that I am back in a theatre, and it's been over a year, it's about 18 months since I've been in a theatre, and this exhibition just reminds me of how much joy going to the theatre is, and to see it going through all the years and the decades, and that, I suppose that brings back to what I've been involved in is the decades, and I've written the play The Unknown, and it's so exciting to see my first commission at Leeds Playhouse reflected as part of this exhibition. The outreach that Leeds Playhouse does is so important. I've set up a group of having other disabled, not just writers but audience members, come into the Playhouse, because some people need that support. Since the redevelopment, that's made it even more accessible, so we can actually sit together as a group, whereas before there was only a couple of spaces for wheelchair users. And I really love how accessible that the Leeds Playhouse has become.
The redevelopment was supported by a whole range of people, including Owen Mitchell, who have been a long-time supporter of the theatre. It became obvious in my sort of time here that the original building was restricting our ability to deliver various things. It's important that people recognise that there's a cultural civic building which is about art, which is about story. It's a really important statement to be made.
It's 30 years this year since Heydays started. It's a group of people who go on a Wednesday, over 55s. And there was drama and art and play reading, and the people were so friendly, so nice, that I've been there ever since. I've been there 17 years now. A particular show that's in the exhibition is one that's very close to my heart. It's There Are No Beginnings, and it's the first play that was produced and directed and played in the Bramall Rock Void, which is a new theatre that was built in 2019. We had a writer in residence at the time, and we were all sat together one day with a few of the ladies having a coffee, and it came over the tannoy that the writer in residence, Charlie Miles, would like some ladies who had been involved when Jack the Ripper was about. Would we like to go and discuss it with her? And about a year later, I got a phone call from Charlie, and she said, "Hi Ros," she said, "I've written a play and I'd like you to be involved." And I never looked back. I've never had a feeling of what I got. Everything just fell into place, and it was 4 women that portrayed the artists in it. And the producers, the directors, they were all women. Everybody in the play were women. You know, I don't think it's been done so much at the theatre.
The illustrations are a great additional element to the exhibition. The illustrations are based on various people's memories of notable events over the period of the Playhouse's life. And I remember some of them, other ones are kind of new to me, but they're beautifully done and beautifully realised. The big idea is the producing theatre in the city, whether that's a temporary building up at the university, whether it's a purpose-built, 2-theatre space at Quarry Hill, or whether it's now refurbed and turned around and with a studio. That's what's important, the producing theatre in Leeds, whatever version or iteration it is, and in 20 odd years maybe there'll be a further development and a further shift to what the theatre is physically. But the key idea is a theatre that makes work that people of the city can come and experience together. That's the idea at the heart of everything.